Yeah, that one. Because of copyright issues, we're not allowed it. Because the world of bitches. The world of bitches. Oh, wait. What? Oh, hang on. They can't hear you. What the fuck? Why did it do that? Okay. Now they should be able to hear. There you go. Might be.
What? Who? They can't hear who?
They can hear you now.
You ask them if they like the shaft of light.
I like the word shaft.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is
that? Something about it speaks to me.
Interesting. Do you know, like how I have two growths coming out of my shoulders? That's another issue I have, which I don't want to get into. It's another medical condition.
You have shoulder hemorrhoids?
Yeah, look. See them? Growths, they call them.
All I see is this delicate finger motion. Are you converted? Are you done with Topo Chico?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that saddens me a little bit, but I am proud.
Viva Italia.
Viva Italia. Is it getting to you now? Are you ready to come back?
I'm done, dude. You know what it is? I lost my sense of smell ever since I returned.
Right.
Maybe that's what it is. Psychologically, it's fucked with me too much.
Isn't that interesting? I wonder if you think you'd have smell issues if you just showed up again, if you just returned.
Dude, maybe you're giving away a little bit too. That's something I want to talk about. Let's talk about that. Not now, but we'll get to the aura of mystique as it surrounds individuals, and how now with you, like for example, just giving away,
I'm sorry. I will keep closeted your sexually transmitted infections from moving forwards.
Dude, do you know even what it is to have an aura of mystique? Or no, you're part of this generation. It's like, look at me. Look, I'm playing video games. Look at my cool Viking. Look at my cool Viking hat.
That was uncalled for.
Sorry. Do you like how I said sorry? I just.
I wish I did. I wish I did.
Look, I enjoyed Italy a lot. I won't get into details. I've given you some details. I don't want to bring other people into it, but you know who I enjoyed whenever. But you, dude, you surprised me with your bitchery. You were a moody fuck, dude. I didn't know you were such a moody motherfucker, dude. God damn, you're moody.
I guess now you know. It's a good thing that you know. Would you say move ruined?
What?
The move is ruined. Fuck the move to Italy. You ain't coming round my moodiness.
Dude, where did you get this moodiness from, dude? It's not fun to be around. It's just
I got it from my cat.
Where is everybody? Why aren't they chatting? I'm done. I swear to God, if someone doesn't write something in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. End podcast now.
Done.
Oh, sloth, yeah.
I saved it.
Yeah.
I saved it.
You and I, look. Hold on. There's mine. Look.
Dude, who needs an audience of billions when we have each other?
Right. So
when we have a mildly inappropriate relationship with one another.
Dude, it's a little too much for me. I'm a little, like, it's too almost,
it's like Moses splitting the sea. The light splits your beauty.
Should I go like this a little bit?
I think you should spend the entire podcast off center like this. Don't move your camera, just move you. And if you go that way, then I can go this way. Like this. So then we'll just spread around two different things.
So pay attention. Like if I, right? You are going to. You see, dude, come on now. Guys,
What
hello,
is wrong
Earth.
with what I just did?
Wah wah woo wah.
Wow, wowie, wow.
So before we go on, we have to. It's a bridge that we must cross. Dude, can you let me in a little bit on like what triggers your moodiness? What you're moody.
Oh, I'm a man of routine. I would say, right? I've got my routine. Like I like things to be what I expect them to be, right? And one aspect of my routine, my expectations, I guess I would say, for example, with this relationship, with these podcasts, right? You know, I've come accustomed to expecting Topo Chico. And now that we're here after a couple week hiatus, um, devastated doesn't even really cover it. I don't know how I would describe it. I'm forlorn
Mm-hmm.
at the change in your agua. I don't like it.
But yeah, but look at what it says. It says Dolce Vita, right? Dolce Vita.
The sweet
Look at
life.
it. Look, what is this? Doesn't that do anything to you? Look. What
Maybe
is
not
this?
on a water bottle, but if you did exactly what you just did, maybe circumferencing my nipples, I think I would like that.
What is this? Do you notice this right here? The pic.
You've been there.
That's where I got COVID, probably.
You
Oops,
think
I
so?
let out the dude. I let out the mystique, guys.
Mystique.
Oh, look!
What up, XD?
Look who's joined us.
How you
XD,
doing,
what's up?
baby?
XD, thank you, man. Because hey, okay, buddy. Look, I'm leaning my like armrest like this. I literally am.
I
You
like
can't
that.
see. You want to see? Will you see my look? It's like, see it?
I see it.
See, look. See how it's like an armrest.
I think you should keep the camera right there from now on. Don't move it.
Like this.
Yep. That's
you guys
mystique.
Do you even know about the okay, so okay, are we done talking about your lousy Cayman and Bros already thing?
Because we love you, XD.
Eight hours later. So is that you're not taking it seriously? I know you're not taking it seriously, but dude, what are we gonna do about your mood? Take it seriously. I mean,
should I take some notes?
Do you consider me moody? Be honest. Don't bullshit.
Yes. Moody's not the word. Moody's not the word. Bipolar? Maybe? Or maybe it's just horny. Just general arousement.
How can we create a sense of mystique when everything's the cat's out of the bag? Like if people look, you take everything as a joke, but don't take this as a joke, okay? Remember when like 8 months ago, old movie. Remember when you took you pulled me in like the Godfather, right? You pulled me back in to this thing.
Yes.
I wanted to preserve a sense of mystique around who I was because all I was at that time was I was a writer. Here I'm going to get out my books. No one really knows me. I don't have any kind of internet presence. People don't you think that adds value, mystery, and power to somebody's work? Now everybody knows me. Here you are talking about my lack of this and lack of that, how much I'm this, where I've been, what I'm dealing with. Where's my mystique, dude? Where's my fucking mystique? I'm asking you.
If you like, I could start cosplaying as Mystique during these podcasts.
I'm sorry, say that again?
If you like, I will start cosplaying as Mystique during these podcasts.
Who's cosplaying? What's cosplaying?
Cosplaying is like playing dress up. It's where like you take like movie characters or something and you like dress up as them You know Mystique from X-Men?
Bet. Bet. Do you know that word bet when someone says bet?
I know
what
the
it
word
means?
bet.
So,
What up,
Beats
Beat?
here.
How you
Hello,
doing?
Beat.
Zone, what's
And
good, baby?
Equus Domini, dude, is here.
That's
Equus.
Zone.
That's no. I see Equus Domini, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
You can call him. I guess you can call him that if you like.
Well, that's what his name is. It says Equus Domini. Should I not call him Equus Domini?
Call him Equus Domini. Maybe Domino.
And I'm not. I don't have your one word syllabic, monosyllabic. Nicknames, right?
Right.
Like,
How about you just
like,
call him Big Chief? There's two.
Everyone has a different way of returning me? I mind not. Equus Domini does not mind. Thank you,
There
Equus
you go.
Domini.
Yeah, she was. Mystique was naked as fuck. Do you know who I'm talking about? You know Mystique?
A unicorn? Is it a unicorn?
What the fuck? You never
A
seen
unicorn.
X-Men?
No, never don't watch that kind
You've
of
never
shit.
seen X-Men? You never read
Okay,
X-Men as a kid?
Okay.
Like a comic book?
Okay. Since you're getting all worked up, I did see X-Men. I remember it's like a lizard character, right? It's like a lizard, like reptile.
Mystique is the hot naked one that's like all blue that morphs into the different people.
Yeah, that's the lizard. Am I not right? The lizard one.
No, she's not really a lizard. She's a person. She's like a person. She's a mutant. She's a mutant human. But the point is, she's sexy, blue, and naked. And you clearly don't want me to cosplay as her in our podcasts. You almost had it. I was almost going to show up blue, sexy, and naked moving forwards, and you missed out. You're not going to get that from me now.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, it's nice that we had a line of dialogue where I said, "Oh, isn't she a lizard?" And you go, "No, she is not a lizard." Beautiful. That's beautiful dialogue.
Beautiful. Beat said lizardish skin, and XD said Bay sees Gibby and imagines lizard. Gib is a lizard.
Dude, Beat says Baze was right. Fucking lizard.
When was the last time we did our...
I know, it's been a while. Dude, this is bothering me. It's been troubling me ever since Tommy Lee, the drummer of a Motley Crue. Do you know who I'm referencing?
Oh yeah, he's like my best friend.
No, do you know who I'm referencing?
I know who you're referencing.
Tommy Lee, the drummer of
Motley Crue. I know who Tommy Lee is.
He was. Him. If you go on, okay, I'm just.
I've got a
dude,
cool
we're
story
different.
actually.
Okay, we are of a Mark Zuckerberg.
You know it. You know it.
So, what I'm doing is just referencing, if you will. Okay, what was I referencing? I forgot. You see, you're
talking about Tommy Lee.
Okay, and if you go on YouTube, you can see what exactly what I'm saying. He said these words exactly. Last night, I happened to watch a little clip, and Tommy Lee's a fucking modern day philosopher, dude. He was talking to the guy, and he says, "Hey, man, there's no more fucking mystique surrounding artists anymore. Their shit's all out there. Like, dude, if I want to look up an artist right now and I go online, you see 500,000 things. Back in the day, man, you couldn't find shit on these people. All you had was their work. Bet, dude. Bet. That's what it's about.
That was the completely wrong use of the word bet, dude. That was the completely wrong use of that, but I loved it.
So, buddy, I know I come onto these podcasts with something to prove.
I'm Batman leans back, bet.
Wait, what is okay? Explain what bet means. Bet means like word. It means right. It means yeah, gotcha. Right? That's what bet means. Is it right?
It's like a term of
chicanery,
agreement or acknowledgement, I guess. But I don't know the way that you used it. You just wouldn't use it like that. Like you'd be like, say, oh, you want to go to the pub, grab a pint? All right, bet, let's go. you know, or yeah, I can't even think of other. That's just, you know, it's like you answering in like the affirmative, you know.
Yeah, bet. I was answering. I gave you a great example of Tommy Lee, and I said bet. I was answering in the affirmative. Yes.
No,
Like, fuck
you
yeah.
can't just put it at the end of things that you're saying.
Why? Why not?
It's a reply. You can't initiate with bet. That's a reply to somebody.
No, it's not. I did initiate. I ended my Tommy
Yeah,
Lee thing
no,
with
you
that.
can't use it like that. Like it's a reply. Like I would reply with bet. You
Can I
can't like
ask you a favor?
confirm with
Who
me
are
going bet.
dude? Who are you to make all these fucking rules? Why are you making all these goddamn rules? Why is this not working? Gee. Okay, now it's working.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
What are you doing right now? I just see you going like lower and lower.
No, dude. I'm sorry. I forgot to plug in. I have to plug in, dudes. I got to plug in.
I like that.
Yeah, I think normally you hear it used after someone says something. There you go. Equus Domini comes in for the fucking Equus. I like Equus Domini.
Yeah, no, he's agreeing with me. You answer. You reply with it. You'd hear it used after someone says something you agree with. Yeah. You're replying with it. So if I agreed with what you just said, I would say bet. You can't initiate with bet.
So would this be the right saying? Like if someone were to say, you got to plug in, bet. That's the right saying?
Bet. I would then say bet, not you.
Why can't I say it? Why can't I say it?
If I said you got to plug in, bet. But that sounds kind of weird. And then XD used it right. Ready? Baze, do you bet because you bet betting, or are you betting bet because you're using bet?
Who said that? Damn.
That's the real word.
Damn.
XD, you want to hear a cool? I got a cool Tommy Lee story for you, right?
Go for it.
So,
Go for it.
I've seen Motley Crue live. It was awesome. But so Tommy Lee broke his collarbone and his elbow like literally the night before. And so like they all came out and stuff. It was in like this rock festival, like a small festival. I saw Joan Jett, Poison, Def Leppard, and Motley Crue all in the same concert. It was nuts. Cassie bought me tickets for my birthday. It was awesome. And they all came out, and Tommy Lee came out, and he took the mic, like introduced them and everything, and he was like, guys, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm not gonna be here. And like everyone was so pissed. Like everyone was like, no, like, you know, shouting and shit. Because he was like, yeah, like he came out like this and like a fucking cars like this and shit. He said, yeah, like literally last night I was in hospital. I broke my collarbone. I broke my elbow. Doctor said I absolutely cannot play. But like I'll come out and say hi again like later on and shit. And so you know they get an interim drummer or whatever. Mick Mars is like in the grave, dude. Like he's like fucking decrepit. It's crazy, but they're still nuts. And so like halfway through the concert, out he fucking comes like this, right? And he goes, yo, fuck it. And like he just takes the drumsticks off the guy and he starts smashing the drums. And you can tell he's like in extreme pain. Like he's crying out and stuff, and he's doing most of it one-handed, and then every now and then, because his like arms like this, he's like doing like little things like that. It was crazy. It was crazy. He was rocking it, man. It was nuts. It was nuts.
I love Motley Crue, man. I love Tommy Lee. But he's right. I mean, what do you think about all that? Can you relate it in any way to your generation? Because I completely agree with what Tommy Lee said about that. That aura of mystique is no longer.
I think it just depends where you come from. I think it depends. You know, it depends. Your background depends where you're from. You know, I think England's very different to America in that respect. America, I would agree with that. I'd say that like people almost completely wear their hearts on their sleeves, and you kind of get what you get, and especially when it comes to art, you get what you get. In the UK, in my experience, and from what I've been seeing I've been really interested in Australia and like Aborigine art. I think is really really cool. I've been looking into that a lot recently, and they seem very similar in that sense. I guess maybe because they're an offshoot of original English art and stuff like that. It's a lot more subdued, and I don't know if I like the term mystique, because I don't know if that really like describes it well enough for me. But I think that there's like a certain element of the personal to one's art, as opposed to exposing oneself with one's art. Does that make sense? And I think that's more like what I am. Like, there's a personability with my art, and with everything that I do, there's something within myself, something personal, something experimental, something historical, historically applicable or whatever, that I utilize within myself, that comes out in my work, that nobody would be able to recognize, nobody would have any idea, and maybe even talking about that is too much. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I have to say about that. If you understand my answer, that's my answer.
There's a writer by the name of B. Traven, B. period, and his last name is Traven, Traven, and he wrote he's probably well known for his book called Treasure of the Sierra Madre, which was turned into a film, kind of like a I don't know if it's a Western film, but his stories are like those type of stories, kind of like adventure. He was a very well-known writer, very mysterious. People had no idea who he was. There's like a few very grainy photographs of this guy. He, at all costs, he wanted to keep his true identity, because B. Traven was not it was his pseudonym. It was an author name, a pen name. And he wanted to keep his real identity, maybe his family background, maybe who he was. Maybe he was like he had a different life early on, and he wanted to keep that completely in the dark. And Harley, say
what up, Harley?
Sending...
Why wouldn't they, Harley? Don't complain. I don't know if he ever did fully recover, Zone. We should all start an iron mine. You want to start an iron mine with Beat?
Yes.
You can be the Daniel Day-Lewis character.
I would love
running
to.
the mine,
like, right? And I'll break my and drag myself over miles of rocky desert.
Can I be the Death Sun?
Harley says, "I'm tired of people wanting me."
It's a good problem to have, Harley.
The problem. That's a problem to have. So anyway, this guy, going back to B. Traven, it's interesting. He's like, that's like the extreme. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm from a different generation. I like that. I like that sense of mystery around an artist, because look, if you're reading, like, let's say a book from a certain person, you're not really, do you really care about the author's personality, or at the end of the day, who wrote it? Maybe just because, oh man, I really like that book. Who's this person who wrote it?
Yeah.
Got it. Let's see what other books they have, but that writer, and knowing everything about that writer, takes away from, I think, what's going on in that book. Takes away what's going on. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this dude does all this stuff, and look, he's in all these interviews, and oh, and he's does a. But then you have this work. I think it influences people's as they're reading. It almost kind of influence, just like you said about my book. You know me, right? If you
Mm.
didn't know me, I wonder what your response
I
would have
don't
been. Would have
think
been.
I don't think that when I said that, that was just based on what we were talking about. I don't think with your book, at least for me anyway, knowing you or not knowing you is besides the point. I don't think, like you said, I mean, for me, maybe that's just the person that I am, but for me, I couldn't give a shit who wrote the book. You know, a book is a book, art is art. I don't think that, not when it comes to art like that, right? I mean, sure, there
Mm,
might be art that bridges the boundaries between, uh, art and artist, right? I was going to say it, like, even in today's society, there are artists that still do that. There are a lot of them, right? Like, look at Banksy, right? Nobody knows who Banksy is. Uh, that's a bit more personable because it's like art to artist. There's a lot of musicians nowadays that do that. Like, you've got Marshmello, there's Daft Punk. Like, you don't know who they wear these huge like puppetry masks when they perform. Nobody knows who they are. No one even knows their real name, to the best of my knowledge. Like, that does still exist, and I guess, like, yeah, that's definitely does something for what they're doing. In that sense, I'm not sure if that's necessarily necessary. When it comes to like things like books, like you're saying, like stories, and I guess, using your book for example, that specific book, and what the aim of that book is, and that exact piece of artwork, I don't think it matters at all who wrote it. And I don't think that it would change my opinion, and it shouldn't change other people's opinions knowing anything about the author.
mm.
Like, the book is what it is. It doesn't matter if a 4-year-old wrote it or a 50-year-old man wrote it, or somebody who's never left the country and somebody who's traveled the world. And I don't think it means anything.
Mm.
But that could just be me. I'm very much an amateur when it comes to reading books and writing books, and I don't really know that art world very much. Then there's the other end of the spectrum where, take a look at, what's her name? Who writes Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling. So, uh, I don't know if, I'm sure you follow up with it and you know about it, but everybody hates her. Everyone thinks she's disgusting. People have filed legal actions. People have cancelled her books, because of her personal beliefs, her religious beliefs when it comes to, people, same sex marriages, whatever. I'm sure you've seen it. What the fuck has that got to do with her book? Nothing. Like, you see countless. That's one example. You see countless film actors who, uh, there's the constant debate. I'm trying to put this into the right words so I don't seem like I'm inhumane here, because obviously these people who are doing these bad things, like, they're bad. I don't agree with them. They're bad things, But it's like the age old question of, can you separate the art from the artist? And then there are tons of film actors who have done really atrocious things. Cheated on their wives on like a minor thing, beaten people, child pornography, prostitute, whatever, right? And then but they have roles in some of the biggest, some of the most incredible movies you'll ever see, and some of the best cinematic performances. Sure, it's awful and like that's terrible. It shouldn't happen. They probably shouldn't be hired moving forwards. But does that make the movie that they did bad? Does that make the book that they wrote bad? Does that change the way that the artwork is supposed to be perceived? I think that's ludicrous, personally. I'm not endorsing their actions. I don't believe in it, but like, that's just what I think. I don't know. I think there's, and in those kind of art, those are very separate from like the artist. in my opinion. And
Mm.
yeah, that's all I need to say about that. What do you
Well,
think of what I just said? Do you agree with that? Do you believe in, like,
so um, like let's say, you've heard of Michael Jackson. He's
mm,
accused of being a pedophile. There is strong evidence supporting that.
mm,
A lot of people might think, who are very big Michael Jackson fans, won't ever even consider the fact that's real, that could
mm.
be factual. Um, you as an individual, Bubbles, why
What
are
are
we
bubbles?
just kidding about? Why are we just kidding about Rowling? What does that mean?
I think she's asking why we're talking about J.K. Rowling. We're just talking about
Oh.
artist to art, because like everyone hates her and shit.
So anyway, um, eh, now Onyx has something. Did you hear Onyx in the background
I
there?
did hear a little mumble.
That was Onyx. Okay, Onyx, be quiet. Okay, so, um, do you hear that?
Yeah,
Do you hear
yeah.
this? Unbelievable. Get out of here if you're gonna make this sound. Go. So, um, I, for one, in my estimation, I think Michael Jackson did. Yeah, he was.
Mm,
He's a pedophile.
mm,
Um, now by saying that, there could be 1,000, 100,000 people coming at me say, "Oh, you're crazy." Okay, that's my belief. Okay, based
mm,
on what I've heard, what I've seen,
mm.
the factual stuff, the documentaries. Okay, now does it affect my listening to Michael Jackson? Absolutely. You can take a hard line and
Interesting.
say absolutely, because of what that is, because of that crime, those crimes, children, molestation of children.
Mm.
That's just
What
that's a
is it?
line you
What
just
is it about that for you?
well, knowing that this person who's capable of music, because there's a before and after, right?
Mm,
There's the before of like, wow, this guy is a spectacular artist. He's changed, blah blah blah. Very revolutionary in what he did,
mm.
crimes, and then it's before and then the after, right? So get out of here. Go, 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 go. That's it. Go. So yeah, I think it does affect. It's hard for me to separate, especially if a person does bad things. Um, it's hard for me to accept that work. I don't know. Maybe it might go from case to case. It might be different. But
Mm,
I'm just giving the Michael Jackson example.
mm.
For me, it's
So,
hard
so
for me to.
could you enjoy, or I guess, did you enjoy Michael Jackson's music before you found out? Because you
Yes,
would have listened to that, right? Right. So,
yes.
and so now what you're saying is, after being convinced of the fact of these crimes and whatnot, you can no longer enjoy the music.
No, no,
No, you're
I
not saying it,
cannot.
or no, you cannot enjoy the music.
No, no, I cannot enjoy the music.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
interesting.
Now, there might be other. Look, you're right. Who knows about? Look, there could be tyrants. Like you've heard some of these old time directors, Hollywood directors, were tyrants, dude. They were like
Yeah.
maniacal tyrants. Now, okay, I don't know. I could read about it in a biography. It's just a different kind of I don't know. It just again it depends on context. It depends on how I receive it. It depends on where I'm at in my life, right?
Mm,
Uh, there could be a number of factors. But when you talked about, we were talking about you can separate this and that. For
mm,
me, it's in Michael Jackson's case because he's the one that just popped into my head.
mm.
I don't listen to his music at all, hardly. It's not like I would always like sit down and listen to Michael Jackson, but when I would
Yeah.
hear a
I mean,
song,
I
I was
don't
like, "Oh
like
man,
it.
that's pretty
So,
cool."
mm,
Yeah, but uh, so and sure, you like for example, Kanye West. just seeing what he's about and how he speaks and how he comes off, I'm like, dude, now pre getting to know how loud and obnoxious and just over the top he could be, I would listen to his music and say, oh, that's pretty cool, get into it, blah, blah. But after just receiving that part of who he is, I'm like, I just don't. It's not.
What is it about that? Like, is it like I know a lot of people. We'll get to chat in a second. We'll catch up with you guys in a second. I think this is an interesting conversation, and I'd like to get more of your what you're saying into this. What up, Doc? By the way.
Hey, Dark. What's up, Dark?
Is it?
And what up? Did I say hi to Harley? Hi, Harley.
Yeah.
And I know we have a couple more, right? Don't we?
Yeah. We'll read chat in a second. We'll read you guys in a second. Don't worry. Don't feel like we're ignoring you. What is it for you that comes into play with that? Is it like, I know a lot of people, like the biggest reason why people will then, for example, like they'd boycott, right? Like going back to Michael Jackson's opinion, or I guess, J.K. Rowling, they don't want to contribute to the artist. Therefore, they stop reading, they stop involving themselves with everything to do with that artist's art, right? In protest, almost. Is it that for you? Like, you don't want to, like when you were talking about Kanye West, for example, like when you found out, the kind of person that he is, how obnoxious he is and whatnot, which I completely agree. He's very funny though. Like, I think it's super, super funny to watch like Kanye West just being Kanye West. It's so stupid. Is it for you, you don't want to contribute to that artist, you don't want to support that artist, or it's just like, it just takes away from it completely for you?
I think, I have a 2-part answer for you, and maybe with an example. Number one is, dude, I would like to consider myself very civil, very humane, very moral, very upright, very ethical in all the decision making I do. Can I slip sometimes? Sure. Can I have moments? Absolutely. Do I beat my wife? That's crossing a line, right?
Right.
If I scream at my wife and say something within the confines of our house, no one hears. I could say something and it's like, God, what a dick, right?
Yeah.
If I say it out there, not that I'm saying I do, I'm just giving examples now. If I say it out there, you hear it, Cassie hears it, anybody hears it. Same thing within the walls, no one heard, and I can take it out there. People can say, oh my God, fucking abuser, dick, whatever. They could say whatever they want. How could you separate that from me and how you receive my art ever after that? And I'm not talking about cancel culture. Look, we're human beings. We do slip. We make mistakes. But one can slip too far, right? Look, how about if you saw me, Liz came to the parking lot back in the day, picked me up, and you were the only person who saw me hitting her before we got in our car. Let's just say you saw that. After that moment, would you receive me in the same way? Would you?
No.
Absolutely not.
But that's got nothing to do with your art for me. My problem is with you, the person, not the art.
I think I can't, it's hard for me to look, if I came to visit you and I saw a part of you that was just like, whoa, dude, right? And it was just like shocking and ethically, it was unethical and immoral. I couldn't, no, it would totally be ruined. I couldn't separate you, the artist, and you, the human being. And it's not just because of how close we are. It could be anybody. Like, I think behavior definitely can mask, right? And behavior can, what's the opposite of mask? When you're in the light, expose or illuminate. And we have, I would hope, look, there's a lot of fucked up people, There are various levels of fucked upness in the world. I'm not perfect. I have things, I've worked on myself a lot, right? I've been surprised to find out certain things about close friends of mine that they've opened up to me, in the past that I never had any idea about. Did it change my relationship? No, but it's shocking to know that they revealed certain things. Like, let's say one friend, a close friend of mine, revealed that they had, like, for example, and don't take this the wrong way, if someone has like a heroin problem or a drug problem or an alcoholic, those are different. I think that's a different
That's a completely
island
different thing.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if alcoholism and abuse, alcoholism and anger, vicious anger, right? That kind of go like hand in hand. And vicious anger that I never see, but I know exists because they revealed it to me. Does that change vicious anger in a way that they don't even know? Like they've come to terms with it. Not vicious as in this, and like hitting, but anger is in this. Anger is in this ugliness caused by drink, right? And sometimes, dude, again, we're human. It's a disease. Things are sometimes we cannot manage, right? But, then you get to a place like pedophilia, rape, crazy, crazy just behavior, extreme behavior, immoral, not ethical. Yeah, I have problems with that. I have problems separating the individual and this great art that they created over here, because there is a connection. What I discussed earlier about Mystique has nothing to do about this. First off, it was not like, ooh, this guy's so mysterious and we didn't know any. I'm talking about the purest sense of a human being that, you don't know how many kids they have, where they like to go eat.
This was just like a segue that came up. Yeah, this is different now. Yeah. So let me ask you then, going back to you as an artist, you were talking about you. We'll read that in just 1 second, Holly. Going back to you, say let's create a hypothetical, thankfully both of us are very nice, lovely people. So none of this is all, none of this is ever gonna happen.
Of course.
Let's say 1 billion people have read your book, Expectation of Plenty, right? Shameless plug, go check it out, thomasroosbazar.com. Say 1 billion people have read your book. You're in the top 3 bestsellers at the moment. You're like Harry Potter, right? They teach your book in school, whatever. Everybody knows everybody knows that title. You keep putting out masterpieces, right? Or say you're in movies, whatever. Say you slip up. You had no control out of something. Maybe it was a huge mistake. A blip in your character, or maybe it wasn't a mistake, right? Let's say it was a huge mistake. And I know you said it's a case to case basis, which I definitely agree that there's obviously different severities of what we're talking about right now. But let's just say, generically, you messed up. You did something that a lot of people didn't agree with and everything, harsh or otherwise. People are trying to counsel you. You're brought on interviews asking what the fuck happened. So you think, or do you think that you deserved to be held accountable through your art?
I can't answer that because I have no control over that. The only thing that I have that I'll be affected by is the reception to that. Dude, I mean, we can get into it, and we should maybe talk about this, because I'm from a different generation than you. Dude, we're 35 years apart. That's a huge shift. Culturally, emotionally, generationally. Dude, that we're just come from. I grew up with fucking a phone that you had to go like this. Right? Right? I had maps were like the ones that you would have to open up, and what you know what I mean?
Mm.
I just came from a different. So I guess yeah, man, it does. We're human beings. If we slip, depends on how far that slip is. I think being infamous, that's concept of being infamous is multifaceted.
Mm.
Um it's how people receive it. Now, have we swung the pendulum to cancel culture and wokeness and to an absurdist level?
Yeah.
Yes. That I have issues with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
There's
stupid.
that's just a whole that we
Yeah.
could get in that we could have another 5 hour long discussion with that if we would choose to.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's absurd. The level of absurdity with that. Yes. Heck, look, man. I guess what I'm talking about a mystery is look at Johnny Depp and this Amber Heard thing.
Mm.
Like I just hearing about it, knowing about it, watching tiny clips of it. We're human beings. We get influenced by the stupidest of things. Because of all that, these two people, no matter what, this smear of both of them has tarnished whatever it is
Yeah.
that they were before. Am I talking about canceling them? No. I'm talking about the ugliness of that in a public forum for the
Yeah.
whole world to see, dude.
Yeah.
It tarnishes even me. Like I thought, Johnny Depp, back in the day when I was the actor guy. Oh man, what a fucking fantastic actor this guy was. Now I'm at a different place with all that anyway in my life and where I'm at in my age. But that junk, dude, it influenced me, dude. It influenced me in a way. It's like I don't even like Johnny Depp. I don't look to. It's weird. It's like almost like it almost gave me a bad taste in my mouth because it had to be so public and smearing and he hit me, she threw this at me. Look, 5 billion people, look what we're accusing each other. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that specifically is like a completely different situation and another example, which I think, like you said, it's just something that shouldn't be in a public forum. Like in the whole he said she said kind of thing, and like the point is like I don't like those situations, and I think those situations are even more bullshit than what we're talking about, because at the end of the day, nobody has any idea what's going on. That's just like the media, people's opinions based on the movies they've watched and them doting and idolizing two famous people. When it comes between two famous people like that, nobody has any idea what's going on. Nobody has any idea what's happened. Like, it's ludicrous to give your opinions on shit like that. And I think it's, yeah, like what you just said. Like, I think you put it beautifully, like the whole, like two people in front of a public forum like that with billions of people, media coverage going crazy, the whole he said she said, like, it's stupid. That's just stupid.
I told you my Kevin Spacey story, and maybe I shouldn't even say this, but I don't mind. I met him back when he was the bomb, and I was a young actor. He was doing a reading at the place where I was studying. Mike Nichols was there, the big time director. I'm sitting there. I went up to him afterwards and I introduced myself and I said, "Hey, I'm so and so, blah blah blah. I admire your work." Dude, he was very rude. He just was like, I thought he was a dick. I thought he was a dick the way he. And look, a lot of people think that when they meet people of his, that stature, right? But he came off like his vibe. I'm talking vibe energy. He came off as just like, I thought, a prick, an arrogant fuck. So this shit happened. Now I can't speak for him now. Supposedly in a court of law, he's been, cleared of some of this. But knowing the guy after that little instance with me, especially coming up to him and trying to be positive and saying, "Hey, man, I admire your work," or whatever. Just trying to be very, not in a phony way. I came up in a very real way. He totally like acted like I was invisible, dude. Right? Ever since that moment, I said, "There's something off about this guy." I don't know. I just got that vibe. And he did a lot of great work between then and when he was exposed or whatever. Right? I chose to never watch his films. Not interested. Why would I if someone treats me like that? And then that shit went down. And dude, he fucking got it. The motherfucker's miserable, right? Karma's a bitch. Some people destroy the planet and stuff their wallets and have 20 yachts and 50 residences and 5 private jets. And the planet's being destroyed, and they fuck well, they eat well, they sleep well, and they die peacefully. Karma didn't seem to affect them, which is a shame. But I don't know, man. All I know is it is hard separating the human and what the human does. I have to open this window because I'm getting hot. Give me a second.
Go for it. I'm gonna start. We should start catching up with chat. Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. I think I think that was an interesting conversation. I was interested. I thought that was interesting. Doc, what up, baby? How you doing? Harley, MJ has so much evidence, including and now the adult. Yeah, I saw that stuff. My brother threw up because he fucked up my food. What did he do to your food, Doc? So now I'm hungry and he got sick. No, get some food, Bobby. Let's talk about P Diddy. I don't even know who P Diddy is. I know the name.
What's his name? No, Sean Puffy Combs.
I know that less.
A rap star. Really? You don't know who P Diddy is?
I only listen to like rock. I don't do hip hop. I don't do rap. I don't do any of that stuff. Pop, hate that stuff. Can't stand it.
Yeah, well, that's another thing where I don't know what's going down with that, but they did show a video of him beating on his, I guess, wife, girlfriend, like literally beating on her, and shit is being exposed. So yeah, when you see something like that, then he gets on, when he's exposed, he gets on with a half-assed apology, to the world. I don't know what I was thinking, and yes, dude, we're human. We fucked up, but man, when you fuck up to that extreme,
that's the other thing is I disagree entirely that like famous people like laws just don't apply to them. You know what I mean? Like if shit like that happens, you go to jail. Like it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much influence you have. If the laws apply to everybody or nobody, like I hate the hypocrisy of it. Chris Brown, isn't that Rihanna's husband, Chris Brown or something? I feel like fame in general corrupts people at one point in stardom or other, yeah. But then there are also people who do very well through it as well. There are also those, there's the other spectrum, but I think majority-wise, probably yes.
But look, this thing about wokeness and taking canceling to the extreme, like for example, Louis C.K. How he exposed himself and masturbate. Did you hear about this guy?
No.
Well, he's a well-known comic, right? And in the height of his fame or power, that whole Me Too things came out. Women stepped forward and said, "This guy's a creep." Now, is opening your robe and masturbating a level where people are going to cancel a guy? If he did crazy shit and got violent and ugly, and you're talking about rape, and yes, there's but I don't know. I'm not going to answer this because I don't know what to think. Where a man is in a robe and there's this woman, and I don't know if it was consensual. Like if the woman was in the room, and here let's say I am, and I start twiddling my twat.
I for one would love that. I for one would love that if that happened.
I know you would, but couldn't the woman just like, excuse me, wrong room, I'm piecing out,
Yeah.
right?
Did he?
Or was it consensual?
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, what? Did he go to
No.
prison? Was there files charged? Like, was there?
No, but he was canceled. Now he's making a comeback, though.
Mm.
And supposedly there's this film that's saying, wait a second, did this guy do this? Now, I didn't see that film. I know it exists. It's about Louis C.K. And, what is it? What do you call it when you meet your maker and, you're kind of, you're sorry for the crime? What is that called? Like,
atone for your sins.
Yeah, atone for your mistakes. And I think he's going through that. And what does that dark feel you think about streaming? Anyway, yeah, this stuff is all complicated, dude. Like, do I think Louis C.K. was wrong for opening his robe and masturbating in front? Yeah, I think it, especially if it was not consensual. Let's just say, right? Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, it's creepy. It's gross. It's wrong. Now, if it was consensual and kind of the woman or whoever else was in the room or whoever knew that, this guy was kinky, if that's the word you want to use for something like this.
Then,
but dude, it's multi-layer, it's complex. I think some things can be taken. Should we forgive Louis C.K.? I'm not the one to say. I don't even want to give you my answer to that because I don't really care about Louis C.K. But stuff like you're also, when you're in a certain position in the world and you're on top of the world and people want to. So if half these women said, yeah, I was not there, I was expecting something else and this is what happened. Yeah, that's wrong, dude. That's wrong. But if they were like, yeah, I knew something like this could go down and I was expecting it. Okay, well, that's a different thing.
yeah. Interesting.
I mean, imagine if everything was you and I, like 50 of the women I knew in the past would step up and say, oh, yeah. And they talk about everything about me and us. And dude, it's like, oh, my God. Like, you know what I mean? And it's normal. Nothing is out of the ordinary. It's not, craziness. But it's just like, oh, this is what he did and I did. And he did this one time. And I came to do this. And I said that. Dude, you're like, what? What?
Yeah.
Why? Stop.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. That's a whole other discussion. It's probably not for the internet. Holly gave her example. See my father to the average person seems like a good person, someone who would give you the shirt off his back. He used to manage a small brand of his friends that was trying to get off the ground and be popular. He would leave and go to band practice and drink, then come home and scream at us, bark things, hit his girlfriend. It was crazy. I was starting to tell people, and they didn't believe me until they saw him drunk. Once people who listened to this band found out. He's a woman and child, but they dropped the band. Those poor people lost their chance for stardom because of my alcoholic father. That's interesting. So he didn't even have anything to do with the band other than promoting the band? What up, Sass? That's an interesting example. See, I would disagree with that personally. Like, to me, that sounds like it's got nothing to do with the band, and that's extremely unfair for the band to be judged for that. Amber Turd. What up, Sass? I'm doing good. How you doing, Sass? Welcome back, XD. What up, Dark? Alright, we're officially caught up with chat. Look at that. Fucking hour later.
Beautiful.
It's okay, we're having an interesting conversation.
No, I mean,
Weren't they involved in that? Weren't
Yeah,
they? There was a
yeah,
back and forth.
yeah.
I don't think like would like the way you said that. Are you thinking we had an interesting conversation, or was it boring to them? Let's just say to them, our audience. Do you think
I
what
was
we're talking about
interested.
was?
I think if we were having a good back and forth and we were interesting, then if we're interested, I feel like it's going to come off interesting, right? I don't know. Correct us if we're wrong, guys. If we ever go on, Doc thinks it's interesting. There you go. He was
Good job,
listening. If you guys ever think we're just going off on a tangent and you guys don't want to talk about something, just say shut up and we'll change the topic. XD asks, what's y'all opinion on cheesed garlic bread?
Dude, really? I think it's.
What's more important than
delicious.
garlic bread? I prefer mine uncheesed. I prefer garlic bread as opposed to cheesed garlic bread, but that's just me.
I hate to say this, but back in the day when I went to a place called Olive Garden Restaurant.
My goodness.
Are you familiar with Olive Garden Restaurant, G?
Yes, I've never stepped foot inside of one, nor will I ever.
Okay. Well, here I was, Mr. Suburban, Americana, USA. I once in a while I take my family out to Olive Garden. The one thing that I always looked forward to was their breadsticks.
That's what everybody says.
Beautifully garlic and butter. And that was the best thing on their menu, dude. Were those bread rolls or sticks or whatever. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Now, does it come close to the wonderful food of your region? Absolutely not. But for an American chain restaurant, Italian restaurant, those garlic breads were wow.
I'm glad you like it. You will no longer be allowed to eat in Italy for saying that.
You guys don't want me back, do you?
I want you back.
I'm gonna have to come back. I'm trying to get the clan with me.
I got BWS.
Oh, I got you.
BWS that pairs beautifully with my IBS.
What's your? I want Baze back in my arms. Damn, XD.
See, you gotta make it happen. January, guys, right? January.
January, yes. Also, our friend Wessel was very heartbroken that I didn't make it to Spain when I was.
Oh my God!
He was very
heartbroken. I think he didn't make it to Italy.
Exactly. I just want to be wanted by a non. I don't know what that is.
A non-creep.
Creep. Do you like my?
She wants to be wanted by a non-creep. That's you, unless you're a creep, in which case she doesn't want you.
Will she accept people with upward pointing elbows? Look at those elbows.
XD said, B's getting charismatic with me. Bet.
I like how you brought that full circle. Look at my Harley. Look at my elbows. Do you want a man who has elbows like these? If you say yes, well, it's done.
Can I ask a follow-up question to promote this?
Yes.
How greased up are your elbows? Do you moisturize, or are they hard and crackled?
They're hard and they're gross. Look at that. I just showed you. They're gross. It's like I should, but it's like one of those places in your body, along with your rumpus, where you tend to ignore and hair starts growing.
How about we just keep up the mystique, Baze? You're ruining the mystique. Now they can no longer wonder if you've got nice lubed elbows or hard crackled weeneye.
Weeneye, huh?
Weeneye, your weenus.
Harley says salt and pepper is the way to go. Good weens. What's weens mean?
Weens. This is your weenus. This bit of skin. This scientific.
Dark Fuel says I hate the word ween and rumpus.
I
well,
think
let me
you're
tell you
crazy for
something,
not
Dark.
liking Rumpus.
I know, dude. He's fucking like, what is that? Please,
Right.
dude. If you don't like the word rumpus, go seek therapy, dude. Seriously, go seek therapy.
I like that. I like that a lot.
How about if he's gonna how about if someone this leaks when I said that, and someone pulls out this clip, puts it out. Look at this guy. How about if this guy is like, and then it says like, if you don't see, like the word rumpus, go seek therapy, and everyone then I'm canceled. No
like
one.
that.
I
Could
will
you
never
imagine,
get
dude? To bully it, and this I don't give a shit, but like to bully it, sometimes that's as ludicrous as people's arguments are. It's crazy.
XD said, are your elbows made of solidified honey? Well, XD, what do you call those things? The hornets, the bees, the little, the hive.
You just said two completely different animals.
The beehive, and inside the beehive, the catacombs, the comb, the honeycomb. They're made of honeycombs.
There you go.
There, I got to
I
it.
like that.
I got
what
it.
If,
oh, XD said it.
There you go. What if that's bad for me though? What if I have what's it called when you've got a phobia of holes? Have you seen that? Like you can have phobias of of holy things. Like Swiss cheese, like holy cheese. Yeah. Like people can be deathly terrified of it because of its holes. And like sponges, shit like that.
She wants you, Slav. Harley wants you.
You can have me, Harley. Time and a place, baby girl.
So imagine, like, I'm deathly scared of holes, right? No, I'm talking about, legs to Jesus.
How
about if would one like
trypophobia? That's what it's called. Doc says.
What the fear
of the holes? Trypophobia.
Damn, dude.
Fear of holes and the hose. That's what you got.
That's what McFuck has. He has that problem. He has fear of holes.
I like that.
Right?
That he's would like, be hysterical, dude.
Right.
There's a sex scene and everything in that film, and like he's like,
yeah. Let legs open up, a shaft of light, like angelic light shoots out. That. He's all, he's just looking. He's like, I don't think I can. Yeah.
The rump shaker, the thug shaker, bet.
I come to me, McFuck. Oh no, I have to look at my manual of engineering practices. I will get back to you in a few moments.
He just fucking screams in terror.
Yeah. No, she's like, come here, let me grab your hair and pull you down here. Oh no, I just got my hair nicely cut. I cannot have you touch. Please, no touch hair.
I like that. You gotta wait for that, Holly.
Serious. XD says I'm scared of bays, dude. I'm scared of bays. I get that a lot, G. I get that a lot.
I'm not surprised. I don't think that's a phobia. I think that's like a completely valid fear. Most people should be scared of bays and his honeycomb elbows.
Oh my god, I was gonna say that. Holy shit, you just stole my thunder.
That's why I showed you this. If you've got trypophobia, you just go around like this with your honeycomb elbows.
Mascots down. Scare me so bad.
Any kind of mascot, or like one typical type of like mascot, like clown mascots. Since you're scared of clowns too, like does it matter what? Like, would you be scared of like a baby pig mascot, like a monkey mascot, chupacabra mascot?
Dude, you just stole my thunder.
Why?
You know why? That's the name of my next novel.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah.
Chupa, dude. Chupa.
I like
you
that.
See, there goes the mistake. There goes the mistake, dude.
Well, you're the one who just said it, not me.
That's what I mean. It's too easy. There's no mistake, dude.
No mistake. Person in an animal costume or weird, unhuman thing and clowns. So if I did this, Harley, am I now terrifying to you?
Yes.
To bathe, it's
Like
arousing. That's why it's there.
You know, that's terrifying to me right there.
What?
That right there.
What are you pointing at?
You, regular. Yes. Everybody's like,
fucking
I
cut
love
you, Essay.
sloth. I love sloth. I love sloth. I want sloth. I love sloth so much.
Just
Oh, you're
Holly.
so cool. You and your mayonnaise. Oh, we love you.
Dude, is this a foreshadowing when we've got billions of fans? Are you gonna get jealous because of how many bitches come my way? Are you gonna feel left out? Is this gonna be what causes Poet Warriors to break up?
Like the Beatles, dude, at the height of our fame.
Neglect.
Yeah.
Just remember, you can always pay for it.
Dude, where's the mystique in there? Where's the mystique? Huh? Where? I don't want no lizard. I don't want no lizard in my life.
So I shouldn't dress up as Mystique next stream.
I hope you do.
Devious. Get them devious licks in.
Bet.
There you go. Good. Now there you go. What you munching on there, buddy? What is that? Like fruit leather?
Fruit roll. Fruit roll.
Oh.
Fruit.
You know what I've been really into recently? I've been making my own dried meats. Like I've been making my own like beef jerky and like biltong. It's crazy. It's so good and it's so easy to do. Just snack on it all day.
That's great. I can't really think about meat right now, to be honest with you. So I think of other kind of meat.
That's gross. And devious.
Bet. Did I say that correctly too?
Who knows anymore? Who's to say?
No, did I say that correctly?
Jay?
Did I say bet correctly twice in a row?
I don't know. It sounded a little off to me. Is that you taking it? I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry we have to. Where are we? Like we're at our highest threshold right now, dude. We just got to keep it going.
We got to get some nuggets. Is what we got to do.
Go.
Mm-hmm. I can't go nowhere. I ain't got no nuggets.
Go get some nuggets. Let's go.
You can come pick me up.
You know what? What?
You gonna come pick me up? We'll go get some nuggets.
Hey, buddy. No, because I'm fearful of leaving the car in a parking lot that we can't get to.
I like that. But if you think about it, we can go to the lookout. We can go to the viewpoint and have some nuggets. Leave the car there.
Yeah, that's a viewpoint, man. That's a viewpoint where you bring a nice lady, a bottle of wine.
That's do you understand the I guess the reference? If I said I know a spot, you know what that is?
Yeah, I do.
Isn't that the best I know a spot there is?
Yeah.
Next time.
XD wants us. I want a rap of the day. So, what's the rap of the day, dude? Why don't you take it away?
Rap of the day. All right, this is what I'm thinking for a rap of the day. Some curried seasoned lamb. Right. Get some tzatziki up in there. Some raw onions, some peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Go all Greek with it. Have a proper doner. That's what I'm going for.
I have a rap of the day, and once I do it, you're gonna have to end it because that's my rap.
Before
Right.
you wrap it, though, you've got to answer XD's question. Opinion on a certain vigilante who stalks in the night whom wears a bat costume.
Dude, it's wrapped up in the wrap of the day. If you
then,
let me do it.
then you got to answer Dark's question, bro. When the mukbang gangbang stream? How is it possible to merge the two? Bet.
Okay,
XD
ready?
said bet.
Here's my thing. Ready? Here we go.
Please. Please.
Ready? I'm Batman. Bet.
Mm.
Tasty.